I was in a really deep hole, and I never thought I'd actually get out of it, to be fair.
We likely all know someone who struggled from substance abuse disorder. About 100,000 people in the United States die each year from an overdose.
For Your Life, Your Health, news specialist Ayanna Likens shares a Utah man's story of overcoming.
Stat ball.
Playing football with his boys is where Jackson feels the most joy.
Some of the lessons I learned in football saved my life.
But football is also how his opioid addiction began. While Jackson played college football at Southern Utah University, he saw a doctor for a back injury.
And he prescribed me a medication that was, you know, what a lot of athletes were given at the time. It was supposed to be non-habit forming.
But he noticed when he wasn't on the medication, he started to feel sick.
Felt like being on the flu, but also having your skin be on fire and not really being able to itch it.
He said the doctor gave him some medication to help with the flu, and it also contained a pain medication.
As soon as I took it, I immediately felt normal, and I immediately knew why.
Jackson knew he needed help and was able to get that support here at Intermountain Health's outpatient facility. He says it's a resource he's thankful for because he was worried about stepping away to do an inpatient program.
The idea of leaving my kids and, you know, not being able to have that, plus not being able to provide for my family was just too much. The thought of that was probably worse.
Dr. Spencer Hansen, an addiction psychologist at Intermountain Health, says the Dayspring outpatient program is intensive.
Kind of like a part-time job where you're really dedicating a good amount of time and hours into figuring out why this pattern of substance use was happening for you. Where did it come from?
Dr. Hansen says the stigma surrounding substance use disorder stops people from receiving treatment and can also lead to depression and increased likelihood of someone going back to substance use.
They are still a person and they still have value just as much as everyone else in the room.
Good.
Jackson has been sober since 2010 and says outpatient treatment and coaching football is what saved him.
When I was struggling in my addiction, you know, it gave me a place to be. It gave me a place to put my purpose.
He says he encourages people to find their purpose and seek help.
As tough as this road was, I feel like I know exactly who I am now, having gone through what I had to go through to get to this point.
For Your Life, Your Health, Ayanna Likens, KSL 5 News.